Hello, and welcome back to Coin Lady channel. The price has dropped to about 47 cents. We may be dumping here and there, but you guys still think Bitcoin is stable, right? We can therefore expect volatility in the near future. Which way is it going to turn out to be, up or down? But there's a lot to cover in today's video. They are, in other words, actively preparing the populace for the impending collapse. The R, as in reset, is another term for this. Let's go into this fully awake. There's talk that McAfee is still alive and hiding out in Spain. If this is how McAfee activates Ethereum's 31 terabyte dead man switch, it will wipe off the Taurus organization and the agreements that Deutsche Bank, Credit Suisse, and UBS have with Taurus. To be honest, I have no idea if this is true, right guys? But a rumor has begun to spread about it. Perhaps, but I was thinking about something else. What if they actually do turn that lever, right? And now all this information has been made public, all 31 terabytes of it. Leaks out and becomes available to everyone. But hold on a second. Now, for the unexpected part of the story. I seriously have to pinch myself. What if everything were to suddenly collapse? Complete blackouts and other chaos ensued. Folks, the internet crashed due of something you posted on TikTok, folks. Since I can't go more than a few seconds without my phone, the news that NASA has indicated there may be no Wi-Fi for months, if not years, has set the internet aflutter. This is too crazy to be true. I can't believe what I'm seeing. Exactly 8.3 million people have seen this. Just with TikTok, right? Also, I just saw an article on NASA's website about the impending doom of the internet. Guys, have a look at this. Surely people are suffocating. Holy cow, this is out of control. I just saw on NASA's website that the internet is going to crash and nobody on Earth will have access to it for months. Right. I can't believe they did this. This is so absurd that it's not even funny. We now have a sizable group of folks. Keep in mind that this is on TikTok, therefore the target audience is the youth of today in anticipation of the coming destruction. Right. There was a blackout on the internet, and there were blackouts in general. Right. Guys, this is related to the impending collapse. To be honest, I was a little taken aback when I realized I had to say this. I wasn't too surprised because we were already anticipating such a monumental occurrence. But I can't believe people on TikTok are just now talking about it. Right. This suggests that the unconscious mind can be programmed. Right. In particular, today's youth. This has been seen over 3.5 million times, guys. Right. They must be getting ready, because I had to look it up. Really? You're kidding me, right? Sorry, people, I missed this on Twitter. What I saw on TikTok. That means NASA won't have internet access for a few months. Okay. Because of this, I had to look it up online. There are movies and articles available, men. Take a look. Layer upon layer of articles. Regarding pieces. Right. Who are you chatting with about NASA? NASA is on a quest to stop the impending doom of the internet. Satellites and electrical lines might be rendered worthless, potentially cutting off internet access for months or even years. This is a topic we discussed. You guys, I just can't straighten up. Here I am. I feel like passing out. What the heck is going on? Oh, my. We're on the brink of total catastrophe right now. The restart, the power cut. And this could be the case. Alright, so at this point in time it is quite certain that this will occur. Right? This is what will happen. So, when it does occur, boys, try not to freak out too much about Mr. Poole. Correct, gents, I've never heard anything so bizarre. Now, everything adds up to the new furniture system. Don't forget that, dudes. Let's take a few minutes to read this over. A solar storm, often known as an internet apocalypse, is predicted to hit Earth within the next decade, and scientists have warned of its potential consequences. Right. In the next decade, maybe in the next few years, dudes. Right. This incredible journey carried the spacecraft, which was launched in 2018, to the vicinity of the Sun's surface, where the solar wind is once again generated. Okay. The solution was just given to us, either by me or by them. What story do you think they'll use to justify the blackouts and bring about the end of the internet as we know it? We'll be discussing this topic here shortly, so stay tuned. In a sense, you already know the solution. The corona is the outermost layer of the Sun's atmosphere, and it is the source of solar winds, which are a constant outflow of charged or charged particles. Right. You must agree that this is the weirdest thing ever. They're getting ready. Look, the study says the password is proof of the future. The future will also confirm the past. Once again. As a result, winds bring a great deal of data to Earth from the Sun. There must be some earthly use for knowing how the solar wind is generated. That will hinder our research into the causes of geomagnetic storms, which pose a threat to global communication systems, and how the Sun releases energy. That is too unbelievable to be true. Holy crap. Is someone trying to reach me? I have concerns about the current situation. Right. We discussed this topic for quite some time. Guys, Valgier has been mentioning this from at least the year 2020. Right. And we, too. The XRP community has been full of quote-unquote crazy people, so beware, fellas. The insane must simply be insane, right? Everyone thinks the fool is an idiot, but he's not. I mean, he could be acting that way because he is so set on being correct. However, this type of catastrophe has the potential to cut off people's access to the internet for months, if not years. You people shouldn't expect it to take years or even months. Extreme levels are expected. Maybe a couple of weeks at the most. Right. But I have no doubt that they will deliver on this. Keep in mind that this is related to the collapse. So, guys, if and when the collapse does occur, they will miraculously bring about this event. Right. Perfect timing is guaranteed. In passing, they'll say the Sun is to blame, and we'll get to that in a second. And you do realize that people will be dying in droves if this drags on for months, right? Modern society would collapse without things like cell phones, the internet, and video games. Right. Those who have prepared for the future or are doing so now are, presumably, venturing into the great outdoors. You can get through this quite easy if you spend a lot of time alone, meditate indoors, and so on. It will be very difficult, however, for individuals who are obviously addicted to the internet, various apps on their phones, and so forth. So, fellas, maybe it's a good idea to get ready. I have no idea. But don't expect it to take months or even a year. It will take at least a few weeks, if not longer. There will be a power outage soon. The populace will demand its answer, and a new order will be imposed. There isn't much to it. But this is just so fascinating. Guys, have a look at this. Jupiter's moon Europa will be the destination of the Europa Clipper mission in October 2024. That's a fascinating calendar month and year. 2024-2025. Despite the fact that that's indicating something different. But I dunno, people, let's get ready, for here comes the Sun from NASA. I've had to stick with these folks. Whoa, look at that. Take a look at this photo, fellas. Right. Joyful, joyful Sun. If my memory serves me well, we've seen this from Mr. Poole before. Right. The Sun probably doesn't appreciate it when it gets the blame for something it had nothing to do with. On June 20th, 2023, the Sun unleashed a powerful solar flare with a peak intensity of 109. Right. Look at this. As I understand it, time 109's eastern side links up with time 91. Mirrored. The Phoenix is at number 91. I mean, what? This X10 event was photographed by NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory. After dropping 2 zeros, the Roman numeral for 10 becomes X. So it's 11. Right. However, you know what? I really think I'm losing my mind, you guys. However, if you connect the letter X to the alphabet, you'll find that it's the 24th letter in the alphabet. Right. 2 plus 4 equals 6, right? If you invert it, you'll see the number 9. What did you get? NASA just revealed us the launch date for the moon, it's 9/11. Do you understand why? 9. The Phoenix is an example. Okay. A phoenix from the ashes. Which month are we talking about? It adds up to exactly 1, right? To Romans, X equals infinity, while 1 and 10 are the highest possible numbers. When the zeros are subtracted, the result is 1111. November, the 11th month of the year. In November, the phoenix arises from the ashes. It's really strange, because week 44 covers the dates of October 30th through November 6th. On the 620th day of the year, June 20th, you can combine the ones and the zeros to get back to 911. Absolutely fascinating. Right. Maybe something like 9/11 happened, and now the sun has burned itself out, but the phoenix has risen from the ashes. To think that many would argue that solar flares are weak. Radiation bursts or radiation bursts. The atmosphere of Earth prevents any harmful radiation from a flare from reaching the surface and harming humans there. When powerful enough, though, they can throw off the atmospheric layer used by GPS and other communication signals. Obviously, then, the people are being prepared, right? It's hilarious to me, because... oh, well. We deciphered it ages ago. It was us who came first. They were, in fact, the puzzle masters. And yet, Mr. Poole had indeed informed us in 25. Hold on until 2025, when solar energy production is expected to peak. Exactly. The current state of the magnetic field makes electricity impossible. When males reach the age of 25, you should also be ready. I don't get the joke. Please give me a moment to retie my needle. My reference sheet, once more. Right? Possibly because of my ego, I get a kick out of displaying something before you guys. But in reality, guys, whoever deserves all the credit is, manager of a Swiss hedge fund with $1 billion in assets. Yet another. The Riddlers is the primary one. As well as Wilson, because my shishi for the next 12 years, from now until 2025. What's up with Wilson, fellas? Because, if my memory serves me well, gentlemen, he mentioned this chart way back when. Do we agree that solar cycle 25 has begun? This, by the way, is the sun, and this is the sunspot count, right? Every time this chart or, more importantly, the sun exploded. Just take a look at the year 2000. In 2001, the dot-com bubble burst. Surely it was 2008 by now. The property market crash began about 2012, and it's expected to reach its peak in 2025. Right. And that is the very next collapse that will occur. The solution appears obvious and should have been found a long time ago. The general public views us as a bunch of loons. You've done it. I'll post this here so y'all may continue the investigation below. Also, I neglected to mention it. My apologies for the omission of this crucial detail. Take those coins out of the deal already. Right. Also, place them. Put them in a safe and secure offline wallet that you can trust. Why? Simply put, when? The real question is whether or not your coins will be secure when the world as we know it collapses. Rule 59 always applies in comics. Perhaps XRP's value will skyrocket. Everything is down at the same time. That's right. Now some of the pieces are falling into place. We're working on making even more connections, but I'm getting a bigger vibe down here, so go ahead and get one. If you guys don't already use them, I'll be using them myself very soon. Again, it's probably a good idea to spread your money around in a few different, wallets. You guys need to figure out your own plan of action before everything starts moving at breakneck speed. However, please keep in mind that I am providing financial guidance. But that said, you shouldn't worry about your safety. The truth is, it's more likely than not. It's smarter to err on the side of caution, folks. Right. After all is said and done. So, David Schwartz, what do we have here? There were 2 ducks in the water. A quack, 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 quack came from one of the ducks. The second duck responded, I was going to say that, implying that they were planning to say the same thing. Right. Finally, it's done. Once again, our arrival is imminent. I'm going to get this video ready to post, guys. The future is uncertain for all of us, therefore it's important to get the word out. There is a lot going on in the next few days, and that's saying a lot. With so much incoming information, both natural and unnatural, let's get ready. Once again, there's a ton of storm-related news. Let us get ready. Let us get ready. Let us get ready. Oh, and by the way, this is the most important ceremony ever, right? Destructive, financially. Fire, water, and other elements derived from alchemy will be used in this. Right. Everything is destroyed when the sun is replaced by fire. What arrives as water that saves people, is Ripple XRP that hasn't been fully prepared for your amazingness. Please like and subscribe my channel. See you later, bye.